Okay, so my video cut off. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. My space ran out on my phone, so I had to delete some videos. I'm going to add this to the one that's already there. So if you think that I've cut off, you are absolutely right, and I'm going to quickly fix this. So, like I was saying, stitches will dissolve on their own. You do get some puckering along your incisions. Those are a little bit daunting because I heard everybody massages their scars. I'm a little bit worried because to me, massaging equals stretching, and that's stretching your skin, and that's really iffy for me. But what I found was that even with asking McLean and Lorelei, I was told that I don't have to massage my incisions because the scar treatment that you spend so much on actually takes care of that. So I haven't, and in my 2 month wait for it, you will see that almost all of my puckering is gone and I have not massaged my scars. So if you go to McLean and you use the scar gel, don't worry too much because it will take care of it. You will be okay. Risk for infection, not much. From what I've noticed, I have researched McLean a lot. I have seen a lot of awesome things. I have seen very few negatives from McLean. I have seen very few infections, very few bad results, very few fluid buildups, very few bruising, very few rips, anything like that. It's almost, I'm being honest with you, it is very unheard of. So as far as anybody worrying if McLean is good enough, in my personal opinion, and yesterday I was in a room with 4 of my guys from Trans Fellas, and we all went to McLean. One guy is a year and a half, one guy is almost a year, one guy is 3 months, and I am almost 2 months. None of us really have anything negative. One guy had to get a little bit of a revision because of a dog ear, but that was one as well where he was awake for it. It was just frozen and it was taken care of. And he said it didn't hurt, it wasn't that big of a deal, and honestly, we are all so happy with it, and having 4 guys all in a room and not having one negative just kind of shows you that McLean's really good. In our opinion, he is the best in Canada, and I almost want to say he is one of the best overall. I'm not going to apologize for saying it. He is one of the best surgeons overall for FTM surgery. He is one of the nicest guys. He is so caring. I have side tattoos, and I didn't even have to ask him to not screw them up or to try to make sure that they stay intact. I was so happy about surgery, I completely forgot about my side tattoos, and when I got out of surgery, he made it so awesome the way that my scars lined up, luckily for me, but he makes a point of if you have anything as far as tattoos that are close to your incisions, he's going to make damn sure that he tries his best to not get anywhere near your tattoo as to screw it up. I have an eagle on my side and it has the wingspan, and the way that he did it, my incision ended up fitting perfectly in between the 2 of the feathers on the wingspan, and it does not look distorted at all. I am so happy. Honestly, I could rant about McLean all day. This video is getting on over 20 minutes, but you know what? I want to give you guys as much information as possible, and I want you guys to feel completely happy with the decision that you make, and if McLean is your decision, I want to give you as much information as possible. In my opinion, and the guys that I was with yesterday, we discussed that if you properly take care of yourself, if you make sure that you are not overreaching, overlifting, if you follow the proper timelines for everything that you do, then really there is not much of a worry that you are going to end up with a bad looking chest. The one guy that was here yesterday is a year and a half post-op, and honestly, you can barely see his scars. You have to be literally probably standing less than a foot in front of him, looking at his chest dead on, to even see that there are scars there. So if anyone is worried, please just, I've seen so many fantastic results. Top surgery is amazing. McLean is amazing. The whole clinic's amazing. Every time I go in, they call me by the proper pronouns. My legal documentation was not changed. I was called he, him, Cohen. I was given all these awesome rights that most doctors' offices won't give you, and to be able to walk into a place and be completely comfortable as a trans person. And just a side note, the McLean Clinic is actually a plastic surgery clinic that was never specifically doing FTM top surgery, and now that is his most popular surgery. And it sounds like maybe he might be another one of those guys that will pump you in and out just because he makes money. He doesn't. Honestly, the surgery costs a lot, but if you think about it, there's a lot that goes into it, and for the work that he does, it's I'm gonna say it's comparable to art, and because that's how much my chest means to me. Literally, all you have to do before your surgery is make sure that you are feeling good, you are ready to go, you have your blood work done, you have your proper doctor's appointment done and over with, and that McLean knows that you're in good health, and from there you're pretty much smooth sailing. And honestly, I don't think there would be any reason for anyone to be unhappy with the result from him. Even, like, this is how awesome he is. Even with canceling when I went in, I wouldn't have canceled my appointment, but I do know a couple guys who have had to cancel their appointments, and most offices will say, okay, well, you don't get your deposit back. What he will do is he will save your deposit for when you rebook your surgery. If you rebook it then, or if you're going to rebook it later, he's going to make sure that you are going to be, like, he's not going to take your money. That deposit's still your deposit for when you do go do your surgery. As well, if you are worried about a deposit loss, you can speak to Liz. As long as you are very good with them, they will be good with you. They let you reschedule. They ask that you cancel 2 weeks before your surgery if you are going to cancel, so that they can try to fill your spot and they can make sure that there's no loss for anyone. Also, on the paperwork, it will say that if you cancel with less than 2 weeks' notice, that 30% of what you have paid will not be given back to you. This, he doesn't really follow. So, I've been told this, and it's on the paperwork, but if you speak with Liz, who is the accountant, as I've said before, they go above and beyond, really. They don't want to take your money. They don't want to have to say, you know what, you canceled, so too bad. They don't want to do that. They want to make you happy, like, legit. These people were there just to make me happy, pretty much. Like, they get paid. They get paid for it, but at the end of the day, what goes on costs so much money, and every time I go in for an appointment, I don't have to pay to go see anybody. I don't have to pay. He's a plastic surgeon, but I don't have to pay to walk in the door, and my consult was free. So, at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is that McLean is awesome. Anybody who wants to go to him, I highly recommend him, and I hope that any information in this video has been helpful. If you have any additional questions, please comment below. I will also leave the website for McLean in the lower description box so that you can go check him out for yourself. Even if you are not sure if you want surgery, the consult is free. You can go meet him. Honestly, like, I can't even say enough. This video is getting too long. I apologize for the length of this video, but there was so much that had to be said about this awesome surgeon, because to me, after researching for about 2+ years about all these different surgeons and wondering where I was going to go, there was no doubt in my mind that McLean was my choice. I know that there are a lot of comparable surgeons, but it wasn't even a matter of traveling. It was a matter of, you know what? This is the surgeon for me. And even if you guys don't pick McLean, always remember that this is your body. You are paying for this, and you should get exactly what you want. And the main purpose of this video was to make sure that everybody remembers to really think about this. It's a big step in your life, and I had so many questions it wasn't even funny, and I got all my questions answered. I'm so happy, and I hope that some of these answers to questions and information have helped you guys out, and hopefully get you guys on the road to becoming yourselves and making you so much more happier than you are now. Because, trust me, even though the waiting periods for surgery, for testosterone, for your name change, we have all these waiting periods, and everything seems so long, but to think about it, it's been so quick, and because I have taken the time to make sure that everything has been right for me, which I suggest that you all do, I'm happier than I've been in a long time, and I hope that this video has really helped you guys out. I'm gonna cut it off here because I already know that it's super long. If you watched this whole video, thank you! Thank you so much! My 2-month video will be shorter because I do not have to add this into it. This is strictly informational, and I hope that everyone enjoyed. Have an awesome week, and I will see everybody later. Take care.